Yo, what's up, guys? Boy here, and this is a short guide on guild contract renewals and how to maintain your guild contracts. So, first of all, to understand guild contracts, what a contract is to join a guild, you have to sign a contract. So, if we look in our guild, everyone has signed a contract to join this guild. The way that contract works is every 10k activity that a person earns, you should renew their contract. Why? Is because the amount of activity the person earns times the amount they earn from hitting this button right here by a specific amount. So if you look down, this guy has hit 10k. So when I renew his contract right now, every day that he hits the collect cash button, he earns 1.9. If I renew this and do it for 1 year, so that's very important to do it for 1 year. That way their contracts don't expire fast. I click on the pay each day. I hit max. The penalty is what they pay us if ever they decide to exit the guild. For that, I just do min, and then you click send. And then once his contract is renewed, it'll go back down to where he has to start over from none. Like this guy right here, his contract is red because it's been renewed, which means that he's on cooldown. You can only renew a contract once a day, like once every 24 hours. Blue contracts are expired contracts. And as you can see right here, like this guy hasn't been on in almost 100 days. If you look at this guy's blue contract here, you can see that he's only been offline for a week, but his contract has expired. What that means is that his contract was not renewed after he joined the guild, and he's just been online. Exact same thing with this guy right here. Like, so I would look for this guy when he gets online. You can see he was online yesterday, but his contract is blue. You want to try to avoid having contracts that are blue, but blue contracts is a good indicator that that person is not active. You just have to be careful and look at how many days it's been since they've been online, because this guy here, he's obviously active, but he just hasn't had a contract that's been renewed. So when I go through contracts, I look at the green activity to see, depending on how long people grind for and stuff, you don't always have to wait until they hit 10k, but just keep in mind that 10k is the max. So this guy right here is stuck at 10k, which means that he can't earn any more of the activity points until you renew his contract and reset this back. How people earn this currency is by just playing the game, but the quickest way to do it is by doing guild missions, and this also helps guild funds as well. So you can see that we've done 3 for the week. You can check this tab to see what's in progress. Right now, we have a person that's on new Olivia 1 doing a catch 15 fish one, and it's got 1 hour and 26 left. So he probably popped this before he went AFK to catch these fish. Once he completes this, it'll give him activity in the guild, and it'll give the guild funds that amount. But that's really all there is to doing contracts. So if I was to look through the guild right now, and I would do this every day, let's just go ahead and renew his contract. you see how he's at the max pay. The max pay for the guild is 5 million per day. So I really don't need to renew his contract. His contract is good for 362 days. So he's good to go. Zooms, he's not at max pay. We already sent him a contract renew. It'll sit on his screen until he comes back from AFK, so it's not a big deal. This guy, his contract is good for for almost a year. If I was to renew his contract, it wouldn't go up that much. You see, it only goes from like 1.3 to 1.8. That's because he only has 3.5k right now. Once he gets closer to 10k, I can renew his contract, and he'll get a lot more pay. So it really depends on the jump in pay as well. But you really want to get people to 10 or to the 5 million max per day as quickly as possible. Like this person, not Kiat right here. If I renew their contract for 1 year at max, you can see they go from 30k a day to 561k a day. That's a really big jump. So I'm going to go ahead and renew their contract for a year. And then keep in mind too that just because you renew a person's contract for a year, that does not mean that you don't have to renew their contract until a year has passed. The only reason we do it for a year is to avoid their contract turning blue again so quickly. So this guy here is at 8k, and he's at 661k per day for pay. So if I renew his contract for a year, he goes up to 1.2 mil a day. So I'm going to go ahead and max that, min this, and send. And if they accept their contract right off the bat, there's a little thing that'll pop up on your screen here that says that they've renewed their contract. But again, a way to check and tell is if the contract is red. That means they're on cooldown. So I'm gonna go. I think I already sent this guy one. So I'm gonna check ends. Ends is at 1.61. If I renew, he'll go up to 3 mil a day. That's great. I'll send that to him. So you don't really have to do 10k. A lot of people will hit 10k every day if they're active and they fight a lot. Some won't. So it's worth to check how long their contract is. Yeah, so I mean that's really all there is about guild contracts. I hope this guide was helpful, and if you have any questions, please ask in the comments below. Thanks.